large neon writing as the camera pans over this large space station. If you have been staying in the High Cannon, this large arcology, its metal outer hull glimmering in the light of the star. As we zoom over this hull, ridged and furrowed by many meteor strikes, asteroid strikes, maintenance furrows, we see a small glimmer in the distance of your ship. The three of you, Gav, Sergei, and Gillen, have all arrived safely back in the main hold of the Kestrel after your long expedition aboard the Arcology. Having failed to kill Horatio Burhax, however, you did manage to get insightful information on the political layout current near Star Sector, shall we say. And of course, we have Dougal, who stayed aboard the ship and has been reading Horatio's quarters and taking a shit in his toilet.
Yep.
Anything else you guys would like to remember from last session, or?
We're down to one operational mech came back from. Sorry, two operational mechs came back from before they went down.
One operational mech came back. One of them is destroyed. Can be repaired. One is still operational. So you're down to two operational mechs total.
And Horatio was the butler all along.
He
Yes.
was.
He was one of the sir.
Yeah, it's not even the butler did it.
Technically, three operational mechs.
Well, right, we've got the broken
One
leg.
of them's not here.
Now that one there vanishes with his card.
That is also
Sure.
fine. I imagine that he decided to stay on the fucking arcology to do murder for the rest of time, like Jack the
You
Ripper.
are unsure of where he has been or where he has gone, but he is no longer with you, and he has not returned to the ship.
And we shall never speak of him again.
He's shaking his bloodlust because the battle didn't do it.
Perhaps.
In the corner somewhere, just putting broken glass into his urethra. Sigh.
I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
We put him in the hold, and we slide a long thin bars over his cubby, and we leave him there.
Yep.
Are you recording that away, yes?
Yes, I am. Yes, don't worry.
Spot on. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah.
Yes, I haven't tested this one, so it'll be fun. This is a fun experiment in daredevilishness.
Tested this one? What?
I have not tested whether or not this one sounds good.
So you're saying it's not going to work?
Nope, I can see the volume bars going up and down, so I think we're okay.
Where not the actual card timers going? Who knows?
Be fine. Be fine. This might be completely silent. We'll never know. Anyway, how we doing?
So what would you guys like to do? You've just come aboard the vessel again. Aggie, you're another Dougal. The ship's AI, bing! Agent operatives aboard. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to go meet the fuckers. And take the dossier with me.
Good, you grab your ring binder folder of all Horatio's documents and you begin heading down to the cargo and mech maintenance bay area, where I assume your compatriots await.
Yes.
Yeah?
Please.
Bruised and necklace. Yeah?
Well, some of you perhaps.
Most of us. 2 out of 3.
Parks mine at the old mech bay. I've propped up the other bits and pieces, make them look, relatively steady.
Uh-huh.
This will be fixed later on. Just get out of the mech, crack my neck, and just go. Fuck's sake.
No, it's all good. Teleportation, it clears the lungs out. Easy peasy.
Suppose you're right.
Technically, he's not wrong. I mean, the air that you breathed on down there isn't the same as the air in here.
My friend, how are you doing?
Good. Shall we all head into the mess lounge?
Absolutely.
I think you might want to sit down and we can absorb and recuperate.
Duh.
I mean,
Vodka.
I know about looking your eye.
I hold up the wee book as I'm walking away and like shaking it, like carrot.
You should be shaking
Stick.
a bottle of vodka, you son of a bitch. Okay.
Oh, Serg, that was one thing. Can you get the processors, like the food processors and replicators, online? I mean, like look around you, the place is a bit dingy.
Da, I can do that.
Oh, by the way, Dougal, got a little present for you.
Oh,
Straight from the black market, I just give him the med pack with all the stims we bought.
Mm-hmm.
There we
You
go.
hand them this large, like duffel bag. Basically, this red duffel bag with like an ambulance symbol painted on, like stitched into the side, and it's just full of stims and mostly medical drugs. Ibuprofens, paracetamol, morphine shots. Not like the hard drugs you're used to, Dougal.
So
Nice.
a bunch of worse shit this time. Excellent.
I know something to get at least for shakes away, right?
oh, the shakes are definitely gone ever since I took a shit in that golden throne.
Going for. Alright, yeah, you gotta tell us about what the fuck's going on here.
Da. But first, vodka.
Right. Yeah, to the mess hall.
So, gents, allow me to elude you in the situation. Horatio, our previous handler, as you all know, is now unemployed.
Mhm.
When I say unemployed, what I really mean is that he's unemployed by Juanita.
Da.
He had help in invading Juanita because his bounty was placed on him by the company, I'm led to believe. And our new benefactor, Miss Laura Everest, I have a funny feeling that she is the one that seems to be aiding him. And I put the note out. What was it on? Yeah, the gun that was signed for promotion.
Mhm.
He had these books and certificates, and then it was like a note in his wallet. Put
Mhm.
the note in the wallet out.
Yep.
That says like run before they can find you.
Yeah.
Now that is the most interesting. Sorry, Paul.
No, you go on. Sorry, I was interrupted.
In case I got anything wrong.
No. Yeah, all good. I was just fluffing stuff going.
Now that I find to be is the most interesting thing in his wallet. These, however, and I tip out the credit cards. These could be useful. The Juanita ones, if we start flagging and using it, might draw attention to us, which could be useful in a certain way.
Da.
But other than that, your outstanding debt, gentlemen, has now been massively reduced thanks to our major benefactor, Horatio Borax. He has nothing left on his personal cards because they've all used to pay off our company debt to Juanita. Now our current outstanding balance, instead of being 200,000 mana, is now down to 15,000 mana.
Oh, bloody
So you
hell.
can thank him for that.
Oh,
Thank you, you fucking
Good job.
sanctimonious cunt. But
Bit of the juice.
oh, this is good. This is very good.
first good
That
news
being
all
said-
fucking day.
The initial plan was that if we managed to get Borax on board the ship with his bounty of 20, we could hand them in and it'd be a bag apiece. And we'd be free men with 1,000 mana each. That, however, the reason why his bounty is placed on him. Do you remember the previous mission? Galen, you weren't there, but I don't know if the gents alluded you to it.
I don't believe the details have been made apparent to me.
You're talking about a certain little black box.
Yes, apart from the mass genocide that occurred on the planet, we were sent to retrieve a little black box.
Collateral
Yeah, I
damage.
believe the box was mentioned. Why?
We were under strict instruction, I recall, not to look inside the box, not to open the box. If we do, it would be deemed mission failure and we would all be eliminated. It was highly confidential.
Right.
I guess what Horatio did.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Two together.
He absconded with the box.
This fucker.
Do we have any idea what was in it?
What do you make of this, gents? And I slide the photo out onto the table.
He slides this
Okay,
sort of grainy, like lined photo across the table to you guys, printed on a piece of like placard, almost like you know, like laminated card.
Mm-hmm.
And inside you see what looks to be like the cargo container you guys were shipping. Obviously, it's been cracked open. The seal's been broken on the inside. You can see like the sealing material around the edges, and out of it lies this two-taloned hand on a spindly arm, of blackened and like blue flesh. The talons look wickedly sharp.
Oh fuck.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
it was an animal, right? Nothing else. Mhm.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, mm,
if
mm,
if our
so
boss
some-
wasn't eliminated for a massive fucking data leak, I would have owed a fucker for a good 10 grand. That's aliens
No,
existed.
you're not. No,
no,
aliens
this has
don't
to be
fucking exist.
Photoshop.
no. This is a fucking. This is a fake.
This is a Photoshop. Has to
No.
be. I refuse. No.
What the
Technically,
fuck's
Galen,
Photoshop?
you are correct. Like,
What?
possibly as an animal of some sort, but an animal of a foreign nature is still an alien.
Yeah, but like it's not going to be it's not going to be like a thinking guy. It's not going to be a guy. You know what I mean?
Sentient? Is that
You
what they're
could-
looking for?
Do
Sapient.
any aliens really have sapiency, mate? I mean,
You guys have all seen non-sentient aliens.
Fuck, if you-
They're not considered aliens, but you know,
They're-
like
yeah,
sandworms
they're-
and stuff. Totally.
Well, it's. I think it's.
But this
that's
is
actually good-
definitely-
that's a good point. What would we consider to be aliens? Because this is a
Aliens are aliens would be considered sentient alien life.
Yeah.
You've seen alien
Sentient.
fauna exists,
Yeah,
alien animals exist, but none of them sentient.
Sapient.
yeah. So I think
Sentient.
fuck you, Sean. Let's go with
Sapient.
sentient. Sapient is like nah, not dealing with that. If you run at it and it fucking says, if you punch something that asks you to stop, it's sentient.
No, sapient. You're wrong. You're just wrong.
yeah.
So it'll be
Sapient
sentient
can
life.
reason, whereas sentient
No,
means
Joe,
there's an
Joe,
actual
fuck
sense
them.
of self.
Fuck these two assholes, Joe. Don't bother wasting your breath.
No,
Don't.
something sentient won't pass the Harkness test, but something sapient would.
I see. Okay. When you-
Sapien is not alien, sapien is human.
Very well. Sapient life is what you would assume to be alien then.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, I kind of
Yes.
agree.
If it
I
is-
agree.
If it is sapient, it would be considered an alien, which
it's
don't
sapient-
exist.
so
They've
if
never
it's-
been found.
So if it's sapient, you can fuck it. Yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
Well, that depends on the survey, but
Well, let's find out. So we've never, and they don't exist.
as far as you know, myth. Just thought of like they are thought of now. People speak of like the Greys and stuff like that, but you've never seen one.
And I've
Like,
been to
imagine you watch
yeah.
Ancient Aliens. It's that level of like, oh, okay,
of bullshit. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So, if it was just some random run-of-the-mill fucking ostrich kind of thing, or some kind of lizard, why would they put it in one of these little black boxes, and why the fuck would Horatio want to actually take it back with him?
And why would he get a bounty for stealing it?
Right.
We need a property.
So it wasn't technically classed as one eater property at that time.
Not even the boss.
Fuck, here every moment we're actually staring at this picture. So you found this in some kind of dossier they
Okay.
did.
The
Yes. Yeah, the safe up the stairs, the ship's key cards, which is now the parameters of the ship, have surrendered over to us. That being said, I tried to trick the little fucker into pinging away his communication and told him that there was another Juanita ship in the vicinity, i.e. the jig is up, he's on the run. It was a double bluff because I don't know if he thinks that his friends within the company might come and help him, but needless to say, the little bastard destroyed his communicator. We pulled the SIM, snapped the card, threw the phone in the river, wherever river was on the station. The guy's gone dark.
Well, we've got still got no fucking sign of him. Are you sure he was on the station? Like, are you absolutely fucking positive?
His last pinging location was at the tower,
Right, and when was this?
just before the main assault, before you guys
Oh, right,
ascended.
okay.
it was about an hour before.
So we did miss him.
Yes,
not.
but I felt like the situation was becoming rather heated, and we're not really classed out to dealing with the four. What are they called? Termagants? What the fuck? The Death Squad.
The four Tortuga mechs.
Exactly.
Oh fuck.
I
Yes.
fucking hope it wasn't Termagants, holy shit.
Exactly.
The four Tortugas that were of Juanita.
Yeah, given our state, we did participate in a civil fucking war. But yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So we have his dossier, we have his little black books. Now, do these look like field notes to you, Dougal, or do these look like something that someone sent him over or had some feelers out with? Like, is this all intel taken by a different agent, or is this all of his personal stuff?
Would I be able to do an investigation for narrative reasons?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you can. I mean, you've been reading through these notes the past few days and so on, so I'll let you make a roll for that.
Oh.
14. Yeah. This looks like a collection of intel reports that Juanita received. It's all like Juanita headed and lettered. But you can see he's added his own notes at certain points, and some of it is his own information. The majority of it, but however, it looks like a company report. Several different agents investigating this, engineers, biological researchers, doctors, and so on.
I suppose ultimately we are trying to find out, well, A, clear our debts, and B, hunt down this fucking bastard. But if we wanted to chase any more of these things up, I suppose that the next best thing to do, if we can't find a ratio, is probably find someone who, just tap for a dossier a little bit, found these.
I mean, we can find them. The current way of the situation is that we are stolen assets. I don't know if we've went rogue. To be honest, I haven't really checked because I've been that focused on trying to read the surrounding situation because you guys sound like you were in the shit. I don't know what other ships are in the vicinity, if there is an actual Juanita ship in the vicinity. I don't know what the weapon capabilities of the ship, or if the ship's scuppered, or if the station's targeting the ship right now, because as soon as I got Captain Credentials access, I managed to get control of the ship. I was mainly focused on comms because you guys were already assaulting the tower. So there's a lot of the situation I don't actually know. Someone could actually be listening to this right now. Although, that being said, when the Tortugas hacked comm frequencies, as soon as you guys came on board, I scrambled it again. So we should be on the new Queen encryption.
Very good. Okay, so things to do. We make sure that that's true. We fix the replicators. We fix our mechs. Then we go and see where we need to go next.
As far as I know, we're free men. The ship no longer belongs to Bonita. It actually belongs to Horatio, but now it belongs to me, according to the ship's log.
Aha,
Fuck.
good.
We can go wherever we want. That being said, we are stealing 33... No, actually, I do the math. There's 36 there, there's 3 mechs, there's 5 of us. So, there's, 43 assets belonging to Juanita stolen on board this station? Or the ship, sorry. There is 36 men in cryo.
Well, fuck.
I only woke up 4 of them to send down because they were absolute bastards and I didn't want them on board.
Well, we can just keep the ones on ice for now, just in case.
Yeah.
You want
Could
36?
be
If we
you.
do decide to for a few, it means that we can always, let's call it a change in management.
Nah.
This is your ship, by the way.
Yes, this is now officially a mercenary vessel.
We have ourselves a little army.
So, is good.
So you're almost free, man. That being said, should we require any assistance to be dead in the water, we could use one of the Juanita cards or try and contact Juanita directly and play the good soldier as Nigel always does and get swept right back under the umbrella.
Couldn't miss that bastard. Last time I checked, he was putting glass in his urethra.
Gonna miss out.
A valuable pastime.
Okay. Well, first thing, I'm going to make sure that the replicators work.
Yes, good, because I want a drink.
Can I? Are the replicators even broken?
Nope, the replicators aren't broken at all. They're fine. But what you can see, the supplies of replicant material, like base matter material that they use to create food and other necessary items, is running extremely low, and they've been set to like ration settings basically. So they basically just produce toast and tea, or coffee, and like the watery shit coffee, not like nice coffee.
Ugh.
The ship is running low on constituent parts to power the replicators. But they seem to be in good order, if not a bit old.
Okay, so we need some replicant material. Is that something that we can harvest ourselves, for example, from star matter? Or is this...
Sorry, you cut out?
Is this something we can harvest ourselves from, like, star matter, for example? Like gas exchange from stellar dust? Something like that? Or is this something we have to get?
It is not. If you had fuel scoops, you could fuel your reactor by doing that. By basically just scooping hydrogen off the edge of a star or a gas giant. But not with replicant material. Like it's... So think of like 3 fucking tanks, one of like proteins, one of like different base carbohydrates. You need to get those from like a processing plant or factory or some sort of refueling station.
It's 3D printing it's 3D fucking printing like
sandwiches basically. Yeah.
String rather than it's actually matter compiling. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Star Trek Enterprise rather than Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So we're running low on replicant material. Can we request some from the station?
Imagine if you can. Could go into commerce, barter.
Well, we've got fucking nothing to barter, but we just saved the station, so... Or we saved the Queen.
You have the Juanita card. Whether or not it still works.
Do you want to give that a try?
Can do, or we could go look for more mercenary work.
I'm not fucking sitting on this station with no vodka. Or sitting on the ship with no vodka. Come on.
You should be able to go join the party then, because you're a war hero.
I just give you a look. Come on, just ask for some replicant. Come on.
If you can find a solution, you can apply the issue.
You want me to call them and ask for replicant material?
Maybe we should see if the ship actually has any at all. Board.
I don't think our stores... It doesn't, essentially, yeah.
It does have some. Like, you could go for maybe up to another 2 weeks on the one you've left. If you keep it at this setting, you know, toast and tea doesn't consume much of it. So you could extend this for like a good couple of weeks more, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how many times you ate. But if you want like stuff more lavish, you definitely need a refill.
Yeah, so we should buy some. No?
That would be the general thought. Yes, I imagine. There are, of course, you do know of cases where there are charities set up that can supply ships in need with such things as well.
And we are highly in debt. Still.
True,
But we saved the Queen.
We are still in debt.
I know what we should do. I would like to call
Mm-hmm.
An audience member.
Who would you like to call?
Lieutenant Haig, please.
Very well. I assume you go to the bridge, go to the comms relay station, sit yourself down in the chair, put your big
Mhm.
fucking earphones on, plug your fucking phone in, and you begin calling Lieutenant Haig. After a few rings, he answers. Hello?
Good afternoon, Lieutenant.
Who is this speaking?
This is Sergey of the BFG division.
Okay, mercenary, what do you want?
It has come to my attention that we have not been paid for our endeavors. Now, I know that you are very busy at the moment, so we are not exactly looking for payment at the time. We are looking for some replicant material for the ship.
Are your stores running low on base materials and parts?
Indeed.
And he hangs up.
Okay, I'm going to go down and kill him. I'll be back in a bit. And I go to the teleporter.
Okay, yes, you head to the teleporter beacon. It's still set for like that drop point on the west side of the station where you first entered, and you can hit the button to turn it on again if you want.
That's okay. Have fun.
Well, I was wanting him because if I would probably do more use up here, but then again, unless you guys have anything to report, we should probably go to the bridge and start seeing what the situation is on board the ship.
Sergey is a T-posing at the teleporter. You want to join us?
I mean,
And he's standing there, his finger just in front of like the touchscreen. Fuck.
Sergey?
yeah.
Yeah.
If we can't destroy the station, then I guess.
To the bridge.
You guys head up to the bridge. It's a large circular ship bridge, viewport out the front of the ship, overlooking a bit of the bow. That sort of slopes down into a point. The rear of the ship, much like a traditional rocket ship, sort of large circular structure that sort of fans out to a couple of fins and external boosters.
Mm.
The ship's bridge has a comm station to the left, weapon station and engineering to the right, and in the center sits a captain's chair and console, which sort of rotates on this dais in the middle. What would you guys like to do? As you enter the bridge, the circular doors ching, open into the bridge and bing, welcome, Captain.
I would like to pull up, run the ship's log for a manifest. As in, like, fuel, like, whatever warp fuel it is, hydro fuel, anything, weapons, assets, everything, the whole shebang.
Yep, you pull up a manifest of the ship, and you see that the replicator stations are running particularly low, but at current output they should be able to last you a good 3 weeks in this current ration setting. The setting can be lowered again if you want. If you set it to the max setting, which you would have originally had when you returned to the ship and were faced by luscious feasts and all areas of alcohol, it would probably last you about 3 days. Due to the complexity of like all the additional materials and parts. The ship's reactor is currently sitting at about 50% fuel charge. You think it'd be good for 1 long jump or 2 medium range jumps, 4 short jumps. In and around that. It seems like Horatio might have refilled it before he made the last jump here. The ship has no main batteries or weapons, as it's like a large cryo transport ship. It does have like a couple of small laser turrets, one mounted on the bow just in front of you, and one mounted on the underside of the bow, that you would know are mainly used to clear out asteroids that may impact the hull, that are sizable damage. They're not anti-ship weapons per se, although they can be used in that.
Okay.
Clean air and oxygen seems like the recyclers are working at peak efficiency, about 70 or 80% probably.
Okay.
Anything else, James?
I would like to run a profile of bounties on the cargo assets in the hold.
Very, very well. The you begin
Yeah,
running the
stop and trade,
bounties,
stop
and
and
it
trade.
comes through 100 mana, 200 mana, 1000 mana, 300 mana, 400 mana. But all these bounties are registered to Juanita as bail bonds. Basically, you can't like turn them in anywhere. They owe this money to Juanita.
Son of a bitch.
It looks like Juanita hasn't put out a bounty of return on them. So like Bernie's not paying bounties to return these people at this point of it.
Wonder if we can do some fuckery here and fake a Juanita bounty. Throw one of these rogues down on the station, go apprehend them, go to the nearest policing station and claim the reward. Might get us some capital. And then we just put them back in cryo anyway.
But isn't.
I'm open to suggestions, gents. I've literally been up here for a week.
Okay. We owe 15,000?
Yes.
Together, yeah.
15,000 to Juanita.
Average of one of these guys is what, 300?
300 to 400 perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
200 to 400 is a lot of mana, by the way.
How many times? Exactly. Doing the math in my head. How many times are we gonna have to do that to actually pay it off? A lot. Also, I don't know if it would work past the first time. Would it? Really?
Depends on how good the fake bounty would be.
If we sold
Also,
everyone,
might
we
pull some
might.
heat towards us.
If we sold everyone, we might get enough.
Okay, hang on. This sounds a lot like slavery.
Yeah, no, I'm
That's slavery. Yeah.
selling people was a bit different.
That's
Sorry, this sounds like slavery with extra
There's
steps.
no-
No,
Slavery
no,
is
it is
slavery.
slavery. Yes. Is
So we're
that
slave traders.
is that a problem for you?
Yes.
Okay.
So not for you.
I mean,
What?
Look, how would you feel if I told you these weren't slaves, these were prisoners with jobs?
Are they being
Like you
paid?
guys.
Are they being paid to do
yeah,
the job?
they're slaves. with
Inexperience, yeah.
They would pretty much be the same position you're in right now.
jobs. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
slaves. They're slaves with jobs. It's good.
Prisoners with jobs.
Slaves with jobs.
Sapient.
Sapient slaves with jobs. Duh.
Sapient prisoners with jobs. Interns.
Okay. Slave trading. Okay.
I don't understand the stipulations here.
No,
can you-
no, totally. No, it's all good. No, just
You thought Merkwork was going to be all sunshine, rainbows, and
I
fun?
did not think this is where my life was going to
Like
go.
we
I'll be
saved,
really fucking
we
honest.
saved the queen and she was a bitch. Let's go fucking Breaking Bad.
Okay,
Yeah, maybe we
fuck
just
it.
need to reallocate a few assets, really. I think, one way or another, we've got 15 grand to ship off, and we have... I don't know about you, lads, but I'm starting to really think about reneging on my idea of business before pleasure,
Duh.
and peeling off Horatio's face would be pretty fucking pleasurable.
Duh. But
Right,
the
Nigel.
second thing we need more mechs.
Yeah.
Yes, we do, but the reason why I initially asked you, gents, to bring them back on board the station alive, or sorry, the ship alive, was to get to the bottom as to how much of the shit are we actually in. That being said, there is another option. We could call a new employee, play dumb, although I don't think it would work that way because Horatio's probably already contacted her. And then I'd imagine if we went above to upper management, we would all be wiped under the rug, made to disappear.
Hmm.
Most we're all dependent upon it, unless I would like to look up the ship's weapon. Sorry, you already went over the weapon capabilities, didn't you?
Yep, two lasers mounted on the bow, one above the nose, basically where the bridge is, like directly in front of you, and one underneath it on the other side of the ship.
Fair enough. And then instead of that, I would like to run a scan of the current system to see what ships are nearby. Potentially, we can see if there's any one flying with a bounty now that we could snag.
Roll me a spot check.
You want to fucking you want to pirate aboard a ship?
I'm not pirate aboard a ship, but
23.
you know, maybe see if there's a dead or alive bounty. If there's a dead one and it's decent enough, we could just blow them the fuck up.
With our asteroid lasers.
Would you have a better idea? Do you want to go mech to mech? Oh, you don't have one. Right, that's what.
No, I don't have a mech. Fuck, I want a mech.
Dougal, from your scan, you're able to see that there are roughly 50 to 60 ships in orbit of the arcology at this point. You notice the Juanita vessel, marked out by its IFF tag as the Tonfa. You notice numerous mercenary companies, the Cyclics, the Legion of Steel, the Iron Brigaders, and so on. Some of these do have bounties on them, but none of them are like bounties for this station, basically. Like they're all bounties for like the other parts of the galaxies or other systems, like local bounties. So you'd have to return them to like wherever the fucking bounty was placed. The only like placing is more localized in this to like star sectors or star systems. So a bounty in one star sector doesn't apply in another. It's like if you take them prisoner here, try to turn in the bounty, somebody's gonna look at you and go, "What fucking bounty? We're not paying you for these guys. We don't want them."
It's Skyrim rules.
Quite dangerous.
Excellent.
Exactly. Yes. The
Okay.
exception being Police Squad, which operates galaxy-wide.
Yeah. Okay. 100%. I gotcha.
There are no galaxy-wide bounties for any of these mercenary companies, or there are a number of local bounties
So,
for different
say
sectors.
say I was a planetary governor or something, right? And I had this real ruffian, this fucking cunt guy, and I wanted him to face justice, but I knew that he'd fled to a different planetary sector, right? Or a system sector. Could I get my bounty escalated to police squad?
Potentially, but to get to Police Squad, you'd have to go through the Union itself.
So
Normally, you just hire out some mercenary contractors to
Yeah.
go kill him.
so
much easier.
So the reason why I would want police squad to do it is this is a real son of a bitch and he's a fucking terrorist or something. And
Nobody
merc
really wants
companies-
Police Squad to do anything, but yes.
It's they're NATO. Okay.
Yeah, nobody really wants Police Squad to do anything. Just every so often they get shoved something that nobody else wants to deal with.
He's never watched the Naked Gun still, so
I watched the
No
first
member of
one. I watched
police-
the first one.
Nathan, no member of Police Squad is under 30 years of age.
And
I
they're all
see.
played by Leslie
It's the
Nielsen.
place old detectives go to live out their worked retirement, shall we say.
Yes, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Hence,
it's
hence,
the
hence,
it's the
hence
Primer's
Drebin
lab.
was like he is.
He's like 60 years old, yeah.
It's the Primer's lab down the stairs, kept in a cupboard, so that you're out the way and not causing trouble for anybody.
And still caught, and
Exactly.
still fucking telling on people when they walk past when they're like leaving too early.
So while they have authority over like all the local policing precincts, they're also a bunch of fools to most people, but they can't
Yeah.
like they're mostly harmless.
This is understandable. I like the lore that you're building here. This is good lore.
Oh yeah.
So no bounties you could turn in on this station for any of these mercenary ships. The ships themselves are all like combat spec vessels. There's no there's no transport ship with a bounty on it. Like there's no cargo freighter, fucking 300 mana bounty on it for smuggling or anything right now. They're all mercenary vessels, and mercenary vessels tend to be well armed
Yeah.
and maneuverable and nimble, and most of the things your bus is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're flying a Fraser. But if you could capture them or prove that you have killed them when you return to that system, you could, of course, turn in the bounty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You also know that you could register as an actual mercenary company with your vessel and your mechs, and receive bounties from the like sector-wide intranet, or even the galaxy-wide internet, which is a bit slower, takes longer for the data to travel.
So what are we thinking, boys?
I think we need to go to a system that is
Good first step.
war-torn. So it's got some good mercenary work going.
Mm-hmm.
And we hire ourselves out as mercenaries.
Mm-hmm.
And we use the money from that to buy more mechs. And then we
Yeah.
use...
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you.
Really?
Gav,
Do some work to make more work.
Shit.
Gav, you said you had a black market contact down there.
I do. Can't remember his name, but his number's on my fucking phone. So,
His name is Mr. Pike.
Mr. Pike, yeah, I knew that. So Mr. Pike's down there. He can get access to a few little gubbins here, and you know, if you want an introduction, I can always get you in.
It's more the fact that we have a surplus of weapons, so to speak, that we may be able to sell. I mean, we have our guns, but there's the other 36 assholes on board here. I don't know whether or not Horatio would have given the same beneficiaries, but could be enough to maybe stock up the ship a little bit so we're not dead in the water, so to speak, in the one trip. Or one-way trip.
Alright. I'll go on the old two-way.
Okay.
That being said, do we feel like we could go back down?
Me I could. We could.
Yeah.
I can't really be asked in with all these royal fops. Ah, fuck it. It's out the way anyway.
Yeah, may be wise whether or not we actually go down and work on the station for a little bit, see what's going on. Paul, I'm scanning over the list again of the ships. What was the name of the other one, Ethan one?
It was the Tonfa.
The what, sorry?
The Tonfa.
Tomfa, right.
Tonfa. A strike cruiser.
Now hold on a second. Strike cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
That would have mechs on it.
Yes, but there's also a cruiser, and this is the paradox. Do we want to go back under the simple life of Juanita and work our way out? Tell them that Horatio's down there in the central spire somewhere?
I mean, we could. Life is simple with Onita.
Put it this way. If we're going to set off on a voyage, you best have a ship to start with. That being said, freedom's within our grasp right here, so it's up to you, gents. What would you like to do?
I'll take freedom.
Freedom?
We could be chasing
Okay.
Horatio for fucking ages before we actually find him. Choose freedom.
Within his sax solo. There
Okay.
it is.
So, what do you think?
Well, am I making the decisions here?
No, I can't make the decisions.
You are the captain.
You already know my fucking stance on this.
Well, what would you guys like to do? It seems that the majority of you have chosen freedom, in some sense.
Make the money, reconvene, and end up actually wiping the slate clean. But this fucking intel right here, that's maybe that's worth keeping in mind.
That being said, we're not exactly arsenaled to the tits anymore.
No, we do
No,
need to
yeah.
find.
You keep saying mix, but what I'm getting at is that we need to do some soft work or wet work. We can't be fighting glorious battles again and again. Been 2 big glorious battles, 3, although I missed one of them.
We can't keep fighting big, cool mech battles.
No, because you keep destroying all the assets, and we don't have enough.
To be fair, the
Tell
last
you
2
what, then.
times wasn't my fault.
Tell you what, whatever we gander, we'll see if there's any jobs working which require just, us out of the old suits. Anything that needs swept under the rug. There's a way you can actually access a few of the old, the old job boards for different companies. I mean,
Yeah,
Winnie is one of them, but,
You need to access such boards. You need to register as a mercenary band, basically. There are independent solo work. There's like solo works as well. So, like you want to go like a solo mercenary. You can also access those if you want.
I think we could. Could we register as a mercenary band?
You already did.
No,
Yeah.
but like actually register. On the job board.
I'd be up for it.
Don't see
Yeah.
why not. You're the tech guy. Get to it.
I've gotten used to the BFG division.
Are we going with the BFG division?
we can pick a different name. This is just something I just came up with when that wanker.
It was
That's
it
what
was
we're
a
called.
good it was a good on the spot name. I'm happy to go with it. What do you think?
I mean,
I probably would choose a different Super K, seeing as that one has pulled a lot of aggro already.
Sure, I think it's doomed, I think we
Her-
should choose something else.
Horatio's Harlequins.
Oh, fuck, yeah, you went have Target on your back.
Da.
Harlequin ichthyosis, yeah. We can't really call ourselves, Terry's Thundercants, because I don't even know who Terry is, and we're not them. The B team.
The B team.
B team is good. You have to make it businesslike.
Kraken Industries.
Ooh, Kraken Incorporated.
Oh,
Kraken Inc.
No, that's good.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
good. That's fucking good. No, that's actually good. Kraken Incorporated. Yes, that's it.
We paint all our fucking mechs grey, but they have big splotches of black over them.
I don't know
Like
about
it's
that.
like it's like ink. It's like fucking ink from the Kraken.
I mean, I was thinking more we just draw big sea monsters on like,
Big sea monster's good.
Either black and blue or black and gold motif.
blue, black, and gold.
Ooh, I like it. Okay,
Right.
maybe a big Kraken pulling a spaceship down. That's cool, right?
That was pretty damn cool, yeah.
It is.
That's pretty wizard.
Or reaching out towards the stars.
Okay, we can go for that. I'm happy.
Good, you
There's
go
the
on.
18-year-old Japanese lady, and
Alright.
God.
So, okay, if you don't mind getting started on all the IT shit, and for that, I'm gonna start painting the mechs.
Very good. So yeah, you go on to the mercenary guild. into it. You begin filling out the various paperwork and forms, listing mercenary leader, mercenary adjutants, amount of members in the mercenary band, date of founding, call signs, mercenary band name, mercenary band ID, certification, any ships that you own, work history. You're filling out a fucking job.
Can I? Is it possible for me to big us up a little bit?
Of course it is.
Good. Like I'm trying to. I would like to attempt to fake recommendations and stuff.
Roll me some sort of deception check then.
Finger licking good.
Can I roll a hack/fix? And I'm going
No.
to do this. Can I explain how I would do this?
You can indeed.
I'm going to I'm going to generate a subsystem, a minor subsystem of the ship's AI that pretends to be a human being. If they're ever questioned as to our activities in the past, like as in, I'm going to make the ship pretend to be a former client
Sure.
Teleport.
Okay, you can do that.
or a former several clients, shall we say?
Yep.
Right. I am historically terrible at rolls in this fucking game.
Let's have a see. Let's have a look. Roll for it.
Oh!
Yeah. Successfully fabricate several references and assign them all to the ship's AI, along with like a side story and of whatever, and have the ship's AI
So
randomly generate some voices if it's ever called.
yeah, awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. It worked. It fucking worked. Oh. Oh, god damn it. Okay. So yeah, that's and Kraken Inc. is now born.
Indeed it is. Yes.
Hello.
What would you guys like to do from here on then? You now have your own mercenary company. You can see that the job board brings up. A lot of the bounties you see are greyed out or crossed out. So your mercenary reputation listed on the guild's website as being beginner.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what does it require, 30 feet of fucking tungsten.
That would be a good idea. Saying let's not find one that's simple feels like it's not going to do as much. Let's find the most awkward one we can. What do you think?
What do you mean?
Most awkward one we can.
No, awkward is interesting. Because
As in, track this guy to the middle of bumblefuck nowhere on the edge of his system. I'm pretty sure he's hiding out of a bunker 7,000 feet below the crust.
oh, we can do that. We just launch a nuke directly at him, and then we just go. Then he's fucking dead.
The goal is to not nuke or tungsten rod any of the bounties. That was the point.
You do notice, Sergey, as you're paging through the site, there is a bounty category called a WMD.
Yes. Bookmark for later.
What do you guys like to do? Gav? Gav, I believe you wanted to talk to Mr. Pike.
Yeah, you want some things fenced there, Dougal?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up in the list here and see what we can get rid of.
Alright. You formulate that, and I'll go on the phone so we have some goods for him to... Then again, the war's just ended. I think demand's gonna be pretty fucking low for guns. Unless you want to restart the war, but...
No, Dougal.
Mm,
No, sorry, guy. No, sorry, guy.
I could restart that war in 20 fucking seconds.
I know you could. Don't.
Easy peasy. We just drop the mech down that has the bomb in it. We send out a signal on all frequencies, and then just launch it. Just explode it. Easy peasy. Just give him a big thumbs up.
Start the war. Us versus all of them. Brilliant. How are we gonna do?
No, we just say it's one side that set off the nuke, and the other side will retaliate, and then it'll just keep going. You know.
Alright, so that'll be a good way to kill millions of innocents. Gonna do.
I mean.
Yeah,
it's-
but then you would also be sending the coffin inside a pressurized vessel.
Exactly.
Granted, it's massive, but at the same time, I'd imagine a nuke would probably destroy it from the inside out.
Probably won't damage the outer hull. The actual atmosphere generators would be okay. It should be fine. Should be okay. It'll destroy the city. Yeah, no problem. But the rest, maybe not. So should I just
No,
okay?
don't blow. Do not blow up the station. Don't blow up the station. Yet.
Okie dokie.
You're lucky Nigel's not here, otherwise he would put you on it.
I mean, I'm here to stay now.
Mhm.
I'm on the register for the Merc company. An actual Sergey in the Merc company. He's good.
Time to be alive, eh?
I know. He's good.
So, Gav, you want to call Mr. Pike?
Yeah.
You ring up Pike through the ship's comms, and he answers you.
You do.
What? Who is this? Pike speaking.
Yeah. It's Todd from the BFG division. How you doing?
Oh, how you doing, pal? How you doing? Looking to do a bit more business? There's plenty of stuff down here now. Got a bit of new inventory, if you know what I mean.
I do. Well, funny you should mention that. I have a proposition for you.
Well, go on then. Go on.
We have a decent bit of hardware over here, you know. You know, Merc work, say no more, bit of way. Point is, we have a decent bit of thing, and if there's anyone I trust with this kind of thing to fence them off, it is you. Like I said, I'd return the favour. So, we've got some few things here. Give a little look around. Discuss a fair price.
Fair price? I don't know if I could pay what you're looking for. If it's that sort of stuff, I'm not flushed with cash. You know, I got a couple of thousand chits on me, but maybe I could barter for some of it. If that would suit you? I do have some
Just
new
the
pieces.
ideal. What kind of new piece we're talking here, or is that more of a in the flesh kind of situation?
Well, so in the flesh, I got a couple of whirly birds. I've got a couple of new big walkers. I've got one that's got 4 legs. Actually, it fell out. Its pilot died, and let's just say the old Baron hasn't been around to pick it up yet. So it's still, it's sitting out the back of the lot.
Just getting flashbacks to fucking
couple of
ramparts
ones
going,
that were damaged in the wee battle there. A couple of ones that were damaged. A few mercenary ones that managed to be salvaged. Every looks the other way. It's all second-hand stuff, but it works just as well. It all got here in one piece. So you might have to clean out a bit of blood from the inside, but works just as well.
As long as that brings down the price a little bit, yeah, sure, we can always give it a weekender.
It depends what you've got for bartering, doesn't it? If it's going to be used in the station and I can sell it off for a good price here, then I'm more than willing to trade. You'd probably have to see them in the flesh, but for yourself, to be honest, that is true.
We'll discuss
I can send you a
prices and
picture if you
bartering
like.
later. I may as well.
Oh, yeah, I'll send you through some photos. What do you have to barter anyway, if you don't mind me asking? I'm sure it's all the good stuff, old mercenary stuff.
I look towards Dougal.
Would you like me to run a investigator spot check? See what stuff?
Roman investigate.
Good.
22? Was that it?
No.
So- First of all, you know your most valuable asset is the ship.
Yep.
Apart from that, the ship's AI, also highly valuable. Probably above the ship's AI, actually, would be the black box information you now have. That would be extremely valuable to other mega corporations. Below that, cryopods. You've got a lot of cryopods in the back of this thing, and cryopods are very expensive. Even older ones. Then you've got the matter replicators. A bit older, still. Very expensive, very useful in stations. And then below that, you've got the mechs. And below that, any personal effects, personal armaments, stuff like that. Still quite valuable, but obviously not as valuable as the other stuff aboard the ship. You could sell parts of the ship if you wanted to take it into dock. You could get rid of the lasers, for example. Or you could strip the ship of some of its copper wiring.
Can I just pick up on something that you said there? When you say black box, Paul, do you mean the actual like black box of the ship?
Oh, sorry, I meant to the intel Dougal has got from Horatio's cabin and
Oh,
Horatio's
as in the actual
laptop
intel, okay.
and his actual like hard drives. There is also the black box in the ship, but
Okay.
you don't know what's in that.
Oh, that's another thing, Sergey.
Yes.
You try and crack the laptop. I tried a couple of passwords and couldn't get in.
I'll give that a little shot as well then.
Right, so you begin hacking the laptop. We'll go back to Sergey and Gav just to let them finish off this bit then.
Sure thing. I'll go. For
So
it.
you know there's plenty of stuff in the ship Dougal that you could barter or trade with, or even the ship itself be worth quite a lot. And then it's not extremely difficult to get a mercenary company from place to place. Not every mercenary company has its own ship to venture about in.
What about small arms?
Small arms, you've got about 60 various small arms, ranging from SMGs, grenade launchers, assault rifles. I mean, they're small arms, they're sort of dime a dozen. You could sell them off, but you probably not get much for them.
Gav, Galen, what do you think about tossing some of these empty cryopods?
You say tossing.
A fleece. Get rid.
Oh,
Sell.
please.
Barter.
Oh,
Grand.
we can do that. So
Yeah,
start
no,
using
absolutely.
these.
Yeah, man. Kind of vast majority, I'd say. Well, I'm not talking about.
Gav, does he have any replicator stocks, or is he able to get his hands on some? I don't care how.
I'll give it an ask. Say, Pike, if you perchance have any replicator stocks anywhere nearby, right?
Oh, you mean like the big stuff in the tanks? I know a guy who works down the pumping station. He's got some at his fuel station. He goes, I'm sure he could give you a good price if I give him a word.
Yeah, probably someone at a refueling station there, Dougal.
Yeah. I should be able to get barter with him. I can take a cut of commish for being the broker, so to speak.
Alright, new deal, Pike.
Mhm.
If you introduce us to your friend over in the pumping station, we'll give you a cut of your overall profits or whatnot as the middleman. What do you say? Could be a good way to expand both our businesses.
Sure, why not? Yeah, I'll put you in touch with Trevor. Yeah, sure. Just get
Trevor,
off
you
my
say?
back. Yeah, Trevor. I'll let him know you're coming. He's at the Southeast Pumping Station D13. If you can take your ship there, wherever. I just know it's like fucking west to me, like 2 miles down. I don't know how you fucking fly to it.
How do you know we're in a ship?
It comes up in me fucking mobile, doesn't it?
Oh no, I'm just breaking balls.
It comes up in me mobile. I was wondering
suppose
who
you have
Kestrel was calling me. It's a bit fucking weird.
I suppose you have to be there. Anyway, yeah,
I suppose I would.
we'll make station side and we'll.
Right, oh, do you want me to meet you there so we can do the barter there, or do you want to come to my place after you refuel yourselves?
It's 2 miles away. We can always. How far's the local spaceport?
Travis refueling station's only a couple of miles down the road. Spaceport itself, it's round the back of the station, past the city. It'd probably be about 7 or 8 miles.
Right. 6 and 2 threes, really. Suppose we'll meet at the shop. If there's anything we want buying first, we'll, yeah, watch up there, then we'll head off to the fueling station.
Right, yo, no worries. I'll see you here then, and then I'll take you to meet Trev, right?
Sure.
That'll
Right.
do, right? I'll see you soon then.
Take care, Mike. See you in a bit.
Ta-da!
Bloop.
Yeah, hangs up.
Alrighty.
Indeed. What did you kind fellows like?
Well, I'm hacking into Horatio's laptop, I believe.
Yes, indeed you are. Could you roll me a hack check? Minus 1d6.
Minus 1d6. Just because it's such a hard hack.
Not necessarily.
I don't like that, but okay.
You begin hacking into Horatio's laptop. You're not just hacking like the rulers, like trying the password. You're like connecting your own like personal device up to it and trying to like launch specific code and programs into it to crack his encryption and just bypass the password stage completely. And as you do, you just hang your hack field, field. And blurs.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes up. Unexpected device entry. Unexpected device entry. And then the screen in your PDA comes up. Unexpected device entry. Purging device. And your device goes dead.
Was I plugged into it as well?
You weren't. I assume you weren't plugged in. I assume you plugged like your personal like
Okay.
fucking PDA into it.
Oh, so my phone.
You plugged your phone into it.
I pinched my eye. I pinched my nose.
Your phone sort of like fizzles and crackles a wee bit,
Okay.
and yeah, it's bricked.
Okay.
I would like to walk up and into the room where he's got the laptop. Someone at Horatio's office still.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I
How's it
saw
going?
you just pointed them up the stairs. Yeah. Sorry, Gay?
My phone's fucked now. It's fucked the phone.
It's fucked your phone.
Duh.
How's it fucked your phone?
Well, I plugged it in to use my extra processing power to try to hack it.
Alright. Do you get into the laptop though, at least?
Yet.
See, I managed to get into his safe by using some of the data around here, like the certificates of the dates and that, when he got his promotions, when we wanted to. But I was going to ask you if you didn't wonder brick it to, like, you know, create a keyword search, like what here, and like I'd like to show him the pages of the journal or the manifest, whatever. Not the manifesto.
Yep.
Journal.
Manifest.
Okay. Yeah. It's like what he's got his dates of all his ventures and stuff like that throughout here. He's also got his pal Laura. I tried Laura and Everest and a couple of dates and that, but it didn't really work. Also tried password and admin, didn't work. Could you not make up a program to like run through each of the characters to see if it might work, or is the whole thing dead now? Have you used it?
I'll plug it into the ship and have the AI do it.
Will that bugger the ship?
I mean, the ship's so big, you know. It's not the AI on the ship is so big. It's not a laptop. A laptop
Yeah, but
AI
the
is
ship
not
was
good.
already
to
been
fail.
hacked. See, when you got hacked and your AI died inside your mech.
That, but it's not going to kill the ship, is what I mean. Like the ship's
Yeah, it
too.
might kill the ship's AI though, because your AI got killed.
No, it's what the AI on my phone. It's just a
Quick
little...
call to the other two gents, guys. Come up to Horatio's office, please.
Okay. So the AI on my mech is a lot different than the AI on the ship. The AI on my mech is just a tiny little comp gun use. This is an actual AGI on the ship. Like, this is much bigger. You know?
I don't think size is relative though.
Size is relative in most things.
Yes, but we're talking about virtual constructs.
Yeah, we're talking about
Galen.
we're talking about sophistication. It's much more sophisticated.
I tuned out like 2 minutes into his like little run.
I sorry, but pinged you guys to come up to the bridge to like Horatio's office.
Gonna grab a watery coffee and then I'll be right as rain. Oh, look, it's ping.
Guys,
Oh, fucking.
Yep, yeah, mate.
he's fucked his phone on the laptop, try to hack into it, and now he wants to plug it into the ship to use the ship to hack it.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, right. Couple
No.
of things here. Right. Can I make my point?
Go for it.
So, the ship is very big.
Great start to the argument. I'm so glad I've got Liquor on board.
I think that's the whole thing.
No, okay. The ship's AI is an autonomous generational unit. Yes, it's an AGU. They're not going to be. It's not going to be destroyed by simple ice off of a code breaker software on a laptop.
Right. Okay.
Are you sure about that? Because your AI and your mech now dead.
Okay.
But not from the laptop.
Also, a couple of fact that
Laptop
Let's be
didn't
honest
kill my
here.
ship AI.
if I know anything about executives, it's that they really do not skip out on security when it comes to their personal effects. If this is Horatio we're talking about, and the fact that he's been fucking running from every authority, especially his own company, I'm pretty sure he's not running fucking Norton antivirus software here, you know? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fucking big.
But there's only so much there's only so much ice you can fit onto a device like this.
Absolutely correct about that. However,
Well,
You've got a
we're going
fucking
station
Trojan
side.
thing that melted someone's head on your phone.
Nah, but I pick up my phones, my like Linker phones. This couldn't kill the ship AI. It could kill a guy. I don't think I could kill the ship's AI.
okay.
And this is
Okay.
about as big as the laptop. And this thing's whole
I'll
job
say,
is to kill people. The laptop.
I say
job
use
is
someone
killed
else's
them.
ship to. I say use someone else's ship. We're going station side anyway. If you want to plug into the fucking mains of the, I don't give a shit if the station gets bricked, but someone's our little ship over here doesn't get sodded up
Ow.
and bollocks.
It's going to be pretty tough to try to convince some of the AIs on board the station to run the program I would need, but I'll give it a shot.
Worst case, you just take it back up here and we'll do the ship in earnest. But I'd rather we brick someone else's ship if it were to actually brick anything.
Okay. I'll give it a go.
Good stuff. Plus, we have a friend in the black market to meet as well.
Okay, dokie.
Pig and a pokey.
Right, so I'm happy with that. If you guys are happy.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's why I wanted the democracy.
You teleport
Democracy
yourselves
manifest.
down onto the station, I assume, and begin heading off towards Mr. Pike's garages. Station is much like you last left it. The smoke stack seems to have mostly cleared from the city as the fires are put out, and life is sort of returning to normal within the city. There are civilians about again, and the military presence is greatly diminished, most of them sort of heading back into their feudal fiefdoms throughout the station. You make your way through, buses, trains, trams, and eventually you appear outside of the three large, aircraft hangar garages that Mr. Pike owns. He sort of pokes his head out the front door and goes, "Oh, over there, BFG division, come on in, come on in."
So here we do. Good to see you again,
Mhm.
Pike.
Good to see you again. Who's your new friends there, lads? I'm Mr. Pike, and he extends his hand to you, Dougal.
Sorry, I shake it. Hello. Name's D.
D, pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. And you, sir. He extends his hand to you, Sergey.
I shake it, and nice and enthusiastically.
Mr. Pike, and you are.
You met me.
He's shaking Sergey's hand. Sergey's
I am-
staring at him.
I am Sergey.
Oh,
Sergey, pleasure. Do you have to come into the shop? Come into the shop. He sort of leads you in again, the long wooden counters along the shop entranceway, and he sort of hops it into behind and goes, right, I've got some new weapons. You see these? And he points like a long row of assault rifles that you see. Got these from a mercenary company I did. Special issue. A few odds and ends were left about again. So what sort of stuff are you guys looking for? Looking to barter?
I need a new phone.
Which one do you want? There's a glass case over there. It's got every phone you could possibly need.
I get something which has high CPU power, something that will process a lot of shit.
You grab one of the newer looking ones then.
Excellent.
Sort of flat, matte black square. It's like, oh, it looks like a phone. Yeah. So, right,
Good.
okay, taking that phone. I did say I got some heavier stuff if you want to look at that. I don't know how much you boys are looking to barter, but. You know, and he points up to the mech weaponry. You know, a couple of odds and ends left about after the old war.
Now, what kind of mech weaponry do we have there, Pike?
How you go, boys? Go, Brewers.
Sort of similar to the stuff you've seen last time. Large assault rifles, grenade launchers, some older looking rifles, new bolt actions. There's a long, like, marksman's, like, anti-material mech rifle there as well.
How much for that?
That one, the big one.
Yes.
Oh, well, we're bartering, so I suppose you could take it, and then you'd have to give me. I don't know what you guys are offering, and your barter. I suppose that's what I need to know.
Well, basically, the idea is that you introduce us as your good compatriots to your new friend and broker the transaction for us on your behest. That way it goes smoothly. And we get a better deal. And then whatever we get in the deal, cut off, you take his commission.
Yeah, but that's separate. Right now, I'm bartering you for that big fucking gun. So I want to know what you're going to give me for that.
What do you want?
What do you have? I don't really think if you're trying to sell me weapons, or like other mechs, I don't think I could get rid of those. To be honest, though, I might be able to. Stuff that I could sell on the station, civilian stuff that replicators, fridges.
Would you like a cryopod?
Cryopods? I sort of thinks for a moment. I could probably sell those for a bit. Some fucking noble might want one to sleep in or something. Aye, sure, why not? I could take cryopods.
Can I read the situation
Go ahead.
to see if he knows exactly how much this gun's worth and if how much he thinks it is worth and how much I think it is?
Yeah, go ahead. 23. Yeah, this guy doesn't really know how much this gun's worth.
yeah.
He seems like he's going to be pretty happy to trade you anything that looks like a similar size to it, or that he thinks he could sell for a good amount of money. You know that this gun is definitely worth less than a cryopod.
Yep. I mean, cryopods are so hard to come by these days, especially for civilian classes, unless you're part of the union or corporals, but I'd say that's at least, don't know, a quarter to a third of a cryopod, that one gun. I mean, that's a gun.
I suppose that's true.
Does it even still work? Has it been tested? Do you know if it fires?
Oh, it fires. It definitely works. Definitely works. Yeah, you know, couple
What kind of
of
ammo does
crowd
it
pods
use?
and fucking big ones. And he points to like a large case of like anti-material fucking tank shells. That's obviously like a clip that clips into the bottom of the rifle. And he's like, fucking those ones there, fucking big ones.
There's a
But
big
how about
fucking
this?
gun.
If you're good doing crowd pods, I'd say 3 or 4 crowd pods. I could swing you almost anything you want here. How about that?
When you say anything that we want,
Yeah.
is that in quality or quantity, friend?
Well, I mean that's dependent on the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Like, you know, you've not really seen all my full inventory yet. This...
No, we'll go peruse and see what you have.
Okay, fair enough. And
Okay.
you can come back to me with whatever you think's a fair offer. How about that?
Yep, sure thing.
The nod goes, well, very well. I'll be here if you need anything, lads. You sort of peruse about the store. It's much the same. Small arms, various like low-grade mech weaponry, axes, a couple of swords.
I like the idea of a grenade launcher.
And you know, as you exit out of the back of this large warehouse, you sort of got a yard out the back full of like scrap cars and old ground cars, and you see there's a number of mechs sitting in it that he's obviously got from the end of the war. There's a couple of Everests, different designs and models. One of them you recognize as a Yarosov model, a couple of Yarosovs, and a Marrakeshi model. He also has got a couple of more specialized looking mechs. Big one, 4 legs, you would know as a Lancaster, and he seems to have a couple of Drakes. All of them a bit worn and battered, but
Drake, you say?
they're not missing any limbs or anything. So. A Drake, yes.
Ooh,
Pictures of both these Lancers for you guys to get the
oh,
idea.
I know the Drake very well.
So,
You
see-
look at that, Gav. Keep it cool. Remember, he like he understands the value.
you see 2 of these. One of these.
Yeah, there he is.
And then he's got a number of more basic models as well. You know, more Everests, basically, of different designs.
I mean, if you include the ammo, I can always take one of those, one of those ones with the riot shields off your ends.
Sure, I mean, depends what gun you want for it. I'm sure I've got some ammo for it as well I can throw in. That's fine.
Yeah. Gatling gun come included, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
but it's whatever's on the mech. That one's got a Gatling gun. That one seems to have some sort of shotgun. They both have shields, so yeah.
As I'm like looking around, can I see if there's any mechs, or sorry, not mechs, drones, or these drone
Yep.
systems?
You see a couple of drones lying about. You don't see any like drone systems, like full sets. You see there's a couple of smaller drones, one large drone, all in various states of disrepair, and like one of them's been like, obviously worked on at some point. He's tinkered on it.
Because I was looking to see like, because the way that drones work in the system is that you expend it. They're like smoke grenades and stuff that you can expend them,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about here, or is this like these are things where if they're destroyed, I would be getting them back?
The big one is something that was destroyed. You wouldn't get it back. The smaller ones would definitely act on that, like they would recharge.
Interesting. By small, what are we talking about here? Are we talking like this size, or are we talking like human size?
The big one would probably be like human sized. The smaller ones we're talking maybe about half a meter wide. Sizable.
Okay. So like like one of the flying cyberpunk drones.
Mhm.
Hmm,
Yeah.
interesting.
And then the big one's like the fucking big cyberpunk drone, basically.
Gotcha.
Talking about that size.
I'm not going to lie, boys. And I point at the one with 4 legs. That one is very interesting. Has
It is, isn't it?
drone integration? I say and I look at him.
Yep. Yeah, it's got drones. Everything you want. I can do it. He doesn't have a clue what it can do.
You can see the look in my eye as I realize this. I go, well, you'll be able to get that pretty cheap. That's good. That's good.
Got a Drake, got a Rally.
I'm quite happy taking an anti-material rifle.
Doris. How about yourself, Galen? See anything?
I mean, I already got the revolver last time I was here. And
And you can barter for more.
I don't know what else I want, because the revolver's pretty fucking fantastic. I mean, look at this thing!
He sort of like ducks as you pull it out, like, oh god.
No! Oh no, it is. Sorry.
Do you mind not wave that round my shop, please? I've got enough holes in it already from the fucking bombardments.
What's the matter? Not feeling very lucky?
If you knew, actually, I'm quite lucky. I best not push it, but
Oh, do you, Punk? Do you? Punk?
You think your Drake
no, that's-
might be able to hold that anti-material rifle there, Gav?
Very possible. Cumbersome. This anti-material rifle, you think of using it long range or mid range?
More long.
Because this fucker right here is used for getting up close and personal.
By the anti-material rifle. Or
What
the
about it?
Drake.
I mean, you can get another Drake and have the anti-material rifle on top if that's still within the old battery. They are built to last.
Sorry, is there 2 Drakes in here, Paul? Did you say? Or is it quite a few?
there are 2 Drakes. One of the there are 2 Drakes. Two Drakes, 1 Lancaster, which is the 4-legged one, and then there's 5 or 6 various different types of Everest as well. All of them used, visibly used.
Right, are they operable with the conditions, or are they like fuck?
None of them seem to be missing any limbs. You've not started any of them up, but you
Oh.
assume that if they all got here, that they all at least move.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, boys. See that Lenny over there? That would be very useful.
Fire her up and see if it works.
Yeah, you can take it for a little test drive if you boys want, as long as you
Yeah,
got
we'll
the
do.
sight range and all that.
Cool.
I'm
And
gonna
you,
try this Drake over here, yeah. Don't
Yeah, go for it, go for it. Sorry, what'd you say?
just to check, you disabled the targeting frequencies on it, huh?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Fucking hope I did.
Start that fucker up.
Did so.
Climb into the Lancaster, you through the top hatch, sit in the chair. It's a lot more spacious than your Everest was.
Mm-hmm.
You think you maybe put another person in here if you needed to. You
Nice.
put it up and it sort of stands up on its 4 legs. Systems all start up. Yarosov blazes across the screen in front of you as the OS boots. And it seems to start quite well. Yeah.
Good. Does it have all the systems that Lanny would normally have?
It seems to, yes. It seems to have all the systems that are mentioned on it. The active supercharger you see is uncharged at the moment, but is there. And so is the latch drone is still active.
Excellent. You fit this with a couple more drones, and it'll be a very impressive vehicle.
Yes.
I shout that out.
You see him like sort of like you can't really hear him, but because he's just like talking to you, and everybody else outside goes, yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm sure it's a great piece. I just came back recently, and it was very hard to get. They're very rare, these things. Hard to see. You just see like his mouth move, Sergey. You can't actually hear him because he's not shouting. He's just talking and assumes you can hear him. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Everybody else can hear him like giving off the old like fucking spiel of like the used car salesman.
That was a delicious little harmony we had there.
Yeah, if you want to start up the one of the drakes.
I do.
Yeah, starts up.
And all the memories start flooding back.
Yeah, I'd like to jump in on our one as well.
Yeah, you both start up the drakes, and IPS Limited blazes across the screen with the sigil of the IPS brand as the base OS boots, like the manufacturer OS. Yeah, boots up fine. All the systems seem to be intact and working. You do notice, like, as you try to move it, it is a bit hitchy, a bit jerky. It's not quite as responsive as you would expect it to be. But you think with a little repair, you could patch it up to like a good condition.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm most certainly taking this.
Yeah. Dougal,
Right, boy.
Galen, what do you guys think?
I mean,
I think the line will suit you just fine. Personally, I think so.
You sure?
I think take it.
Your
Yeah.
bum does not look big in that. Don't worry.
Dougal,
yeah.
what do you think?
Can the vault spare such expenses?
Can they?
Yeah, I mean, oh, this will amount to at least 3 cryopods.
Well, if you add in the rifle and everything else, that's you take it 3 MMX. I'd say at least 4.
Dougal, see some of the mini drones over there? A couple of those systems would be very useful with this Lanley.
We'll say that. Dipshit, open your
What's it?
door and tell them that the mechs are worthless without those systems.
We'd need some of those drones to go with this Lancaster.
Yeah, for 4 cryopods, I could throw in a couple of those drones. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Good.
Dougal, you know that these mechs are worth a lot more than 4 cryopods. One of these mechs would be worth a lot more than 4 cryopods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah, you got yourself a deal there, mate. I think, yeah.
Oh, sounds good.
And plus, there's still more in it for you when, like, you introduce us to your supply broker.
Trevor,
Yeah,
yes,
we'll-
Gus, I'll
we'll see
introduce
Trevor.
you to Trevor. Whenever you guys are ready, just assume you want to take stock of your equipment and all that, and then I'll go to his, and whenever your ship docks with the refueling platform, I'll introduce you.
Yeah. Right, so I open the hatch. How big is a Drake? I imagine it's, probably around, 10 feet, 12 feet tall.
The Drake, yeah, it's roughly the same size as a Everest. I imagine to be a little bit shorter. It's like stumpier but wider almost than your
Yeah,
Everests.
A Lancaster is fucking massive.
Yes, Lancasters are big mechs.
They're fucking huge.
Yeah. Lancasters are big mechs.
The drones that I've bought, can I skin them in a certain way?
Yeah, you can skin them however you want.
Just as fucking like little guys.
Just tiny little men T-posing as they fly.
No,
Bosco,
they're
mine it.
little. since I assumed that they were built for this station, I would like to build them as like tiny little tin soldiers almost.
Yeah, sure. You can do
Nice.
that.
Like, I don't know what drone system we've picked for them yet, but we can talk about that later.
No, you can
But
talk about it.
they look like little tin soldiers with like fucking bearskin hats.
Yep, sounds good.
Love it. Another thing, for the system to work, for I'd like to actually put these mechs in our hangar. Should we put these as a license we have?
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Choose anybody taking the Drakes. Take the Drake license and take the Lancaster license. I believe you all have licenses you can take.
Wonderful.
Trust me, Habibi, I'm
So-
way ahead of you.
You can also take as many levels in that license as you want to. Like that you can at this point, of course.
You gotta get that.
I'm not.
Okay, that's
You're
it.
gonna blow it up next session anyway, so.
That is true. We'll blow it
Yeah.
up next session.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, how do we edit this?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm looking and I'm
Um,
like, what the fuck do we do here?
I mean, can do it.
We'll get it in the bit.
What you might have to do is, do you see beside license level? There's like a little icon.
Yep.
You might have to edit it back down and then like choose the options again. I'm not 100%.
That's fine. We'll get that sorted.
No license. You can just click the license, and I think you might be able to. Yes, if you do you see beside licenses, edit pilot license?
Ah.
You can just edit pilot license there and change it to Lancaster.
No, I'm going to wait till we're off downtime to do this.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sounds like a good idea.
Jolly good.
So you guys get your mechs. Galen, you just enjoy the spectacle, I imagine, of watching.
Yeah,
your mates
honestly,
careers.
I've got nothing to worry about now. I mean, we've got spare mechs in the hangar and all the weapons we could possibly need.
You
we've
do,
got,
now do
so-
have replacement mechs, yes.
Yeah, placement Everest. So like,
Useful that.
I'm fine. I'm not even going to take a license in the Everest, the Lancer, or the Drake. So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm good.
Sounds good. No worries.
Honestly, actually, I think you guys want me to paint the stuff. I'm trying to kill some time when I'm up there.
Okay, no worries. Sounds good. So you guys, I assume, head back to the Kestrel and assign the AI to position itself beside the refueling platform so that it can refuel on the vital minerals and resources that you guys need to up the matter replicators to something livable.
I'm
Slightly
happy with that, yeah.
more level. Mhm.
Sound good?
Excellent.
Mhm.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Alrighty.
Stuff. Yeah, you guys take your downtime, paint the mechs,
Mhm.
set up whatever partitions you want during that time as the ship slowly pulls itself around the arcology to the underside of it where the sun doesn't shine and begins the docking procedure with this refueling station. It'll take a couple of hours. Eventually it does dock. A large gangway extends and docks with the airlock, locks itself in this large, like almost plastic tube to allow passengers to enter and exit. And you see through the viewport Mr. Pike standing there with a rather chubby, balding, middle-aged man.
Mhm.
A large cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's sort of waiting for you at the end of the docking platform.
Okay.
At this point, Gav, you get a ring on your phone from Pike.
Yep. I went into my phone. Yep.
You boys there? You gonna come up and say hello to Mr. Deck, or what's happening?
Of course. Right, that's Zach Natural.
How can we help you?
We have a natural.
Right, lads. I assume you can help me by, tell me what you're gonna pay for supplies and how much you'd want.
Right, yeah. First, we'd like to have a little look at the merchandise.
Of course.
Absolutely.
And he points to some of the tanks behind him, deeper within the fueling station. We've got proteins. We've got carbohydrates. We've got glucose. We've got hydrogen fuel for your reactor. Everything you'd need to refuel a starship, pretty much. What you boys playing with?
Deal.
Since Mr. Pollock's introduced me here, I don't mind. I can lower the going rate a little bit.
Do you have a preference on what you're looking to get paid in?
Preferably chits, to be honest. Mana, if you can. I can do transactions and points of mana, if that through the station's current banking currency itself. But I prefer chits, to be honest. It lets me give you boys a bit more of a discount as well as it doesn't go through the bank. You know what I mean?
Oh, duly noted.
But since Mr. Pike's here, he can sort of do a bit of barter as well if that's what's needed.
I was going to say, you in need of any kinds of hard merchandise?
Depends what Mr. Pike can sell here for me, but if you've got anything going, I'd be more than willing to take a look. I'm not looking new merchant types. I'm not looking Mexican guns, to be honest. But I don't know what you've got in that thing.
Do we have Fraser?
Yeah, besides the cryopods and all the guns we've got, I mean, wait, how many mechs do we have spare, Everest? What was the number?
I believe you have 3 spare Everests at this point. One of them is still awaiting repair, however.
And we have parts. We also do have some amount of cash.
2 spare Everests, one of which needs repair. One of them's yours, Sean.
That's it, yeah.
How much cash do we have?
It's a good question. How much did I lift out of the thingy in the wall?
I believe you left it out like 600 grand or something. You've probably spent a couple of hundred by now, so I'm gonna say you got about 400 grand left in chits, roughly.
That's 600 grand in chits, yeah.
Yeah, 600 grand in chits. You've probably spent a bit by now, so it's maybe a little less.
400, yeah.
Let's say about 400.
Oh, we got chits here for you, if that's enough.
Chits do me just perfectly. What are you boys looking? Full refuel for everything? Or are you just looking base materials? Or are you just looking fuel?
What do you say, boys? Go full refill, or do you want to go half full?
I think a full refill, just so we're not worrying about it. So we
You quote me on the full refill.
Full refill. Okay, no worries. I see about half full in hydrogen here. It's about 25% for all your base resources. Okay, that costs a little bit less. Alright, I'm gonna say that'll be about 17,000 chits, please.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that
We
works.
could swing that. We could swing that.
Perfect. He sort of takes the cred sticks from you and goes, "Yep, looks good to me. That's including the discount for Mr. Park here. Saved you about 20%. He did. That's not too bad by my books.
Yeah,
I'll
good
get the
fella.
boys to start pumping your stuff then." And he sort of danders off into the fuel station, starts shouting at some of his workers
Yeah.
to get the pumps moving and start those damn AIs, you lazy bastards.
What ETA are we looking at here? Not in a rush, just curious.
Oh, yeah, if your fuel's not going to take too long, you're about half full on that, say about 5 minutes. Your base
fair enough.
materials maybe a bit longer. Maybe take about, I'd say be out here in 10-15 minutes maybe. Depends how long it takes your ship to get going again, I suppose.
Oh,
Yeah,
A quick bit of free advice. Some of the collateral we've given to Mr. Pike, great for chilling beer.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. You do owe me a beer, Pike. And Pike sort of nods and goes, "Yeah, I do, Mr. Derek. Yeah, I do."
That being said, gentlemen, thank you for making things go so swimmingly, seeing as after what has just happened on this station, it breathes a breath of fair share into all of our lungs, at least, so we can have some sort of civility.
Of course, lads. Of course, lads. We never want to do damn good business when it comes our way. You know, there's plenty of folks out there like that. The less the bank hears, the better for us. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. That being said, anything sort of heavy lifting work that you guys would need done, please keep us in regard in case you might need, a helping hand.
Heavy lifting, heavy lifting. I don't think there's much need done around here. Most of it's all subsidised by the station itself, you see. It actually pays us. Surely a couple of barons are always looking helping hand workers, if you're looking for that sort of thing.
I don't intentionally mean like hard labor, I mean like more,
Greased wheels, you know what I mean?
Give him a wink.
Sort of like winks back at you. He doesn't really get where you're coming from.
Yep.
we're private military.
Wink.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that. No. Well, not that. Unless me and my boys get into trouble, I don't think we'll be calling you, to be honest. We tend to keep our noses clean.
Anytime some Shylock comes along and wants to try and take over your business or starts roughing you around the edges or cutting off your suppliers, give us a phone and we can sort something out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What was the name of your mercenary company again, anyway? Pike said it was the BFG division, but
We've undergone a bit of a rebranding campaign. We have.
It was BFG division for that campaign. This campaign we're going by Kraken.
Kraken Incorporated. Right, okay, I'll keep a note in case you need any help. Thanks, lads. That's awful kind of you.
It's on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose you charge me at the ass for that sort of thing, but would you?
No. Nah.
Fair enough.
Well,
I'll make sure to keep you in my phone book then. That sounds good to me.
Steady employment, man. We're not going to screw with potential customers. Not necessarily, anyway.
I don't know if I've got the money to be a potential customer, but I appreciate the gesture.
That's fair. That's fair.
You'll be looking for the barons for that sort of work around here, no doubt.
We would. No, Sergey, we absolutely would.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think one of your mechs probably cost me my entire life savings. I'm not even dead yet.
We don't. Yeah. Don't worry too much about it. It makes it worth more than pretty much all of us. Fortunately.
I'm happy to do so. Happy to do so.
Huh?
Well,
So yeah, about 10, 15 minutes pass. You're feeling hoses are retracted from your ship. Large bugs.
Mhm.
And the hatchways close over again in the Castro. And your ship has been refueled. So Derek gives you a wave and Pike sort of sees you off at the gangplank and goes, well, that's you. You can sort of cheer me about if you want. If there's another ship waiting to get fueled, I'll give you lads a bell and ask you to move off if you don't mind, so I can get another customer in. But right now it doesn't look like there's anybody, so take your time. And thanks for everything. Catch you later, boys.
You do, Mr. Pike.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
pleasure doing business with you, Mr. Trevor.
Sure.
And you, Kraken Incorporated, and you.
Good night.
Says his goodbyes and bumbles back to his work, being followed hot in the heels by Pike. Leaving you guys to your own business.
So, what are we thinking?
Field, new tech, new mech.
We go and find someone to kill. And then we kill them and we get paid for killing them. Thumbs up.
And then we find the next person.
And we
kill
kill
them,
them too.
get paid for-
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
get paid for killing them. No,
The
it's
vicious
genius.
and the vicious cycle continues.
Forever and ever and ever. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, at least this time, when we finally get rid of our debts, we'll be right as rain.
It is also my opinion. So
Mhm.
Horatio is gone.
Well, he's somewhere on the station, but fuck him at this point.
Is he?
I thought he was, wasn't he? Wasn't the last time he pinged? Like we got a ping from him.
But
in the tower somewhere.
I assume he's ran. But if not, I could blow the.
Alright,
I could. We could
Are
take
you-
care of this problem.
okay, yeah, we absolutely could. Are you willing to do that for just one? Stop it! Stop it! You're convincing me. Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
Just think about it. Easy peasy.
I'm thinking about it. A cooked to,
Goes off.
yeah, I'm thinking about it. A cooked to ratio does sound pretty fucking fantastic.
Easy peasy. Come on.
I mean, we can blow it when we leave, but
Nah. Alright. Fair.
Come on. You know you want to.
Of course I
ideally,
want
though,
to.
I want answers.
And his
So
belly.
you should also. You also probably want to. What's the word? Go after the box as well.
I can give a fig about them.
You don't give a. You think it's a fucking alien?
Oh, I know it's an alien.
And you. Come on. If you
Put it
think
this way,
it's-
Sergey, you had to nuke a fucking holiday planet because several corporations wanted that box. Why would I ever want to go near it again?
it must be worth a lot of money. Come on.
You'd be dead before you ever spent a penny.
It's not about spending the money. It's about having.
What
How
is-
do you misinterpret the value of money?
I don't think he misinterprets the value of it. I think he misinterprets the purpose. Because, like, Sergey, what's the point in having the money if you don't spend it?
The bigger
Really?
you have a bigger number.
Bigger number do what, though?
Makes
What?
Monkey Brain happy.
Monkey Brain is happy with big number. This is very true.
What's a monkey?
Ah,
A sapien.
Oh
Shut
yeah,
up.
no, Mississippian didn't have it. Yeah.
That's
Fuck
actually
off.
true.
Yeah. So, should we leave the station, or what are we feeling?
I think
Honestly,
it's time
gents,
to
I'm
go.
lost in the woods.
Hmm?
I'm lost in the woods, gents. I honestly don't know where to go or what to do.
We
So
use
just-
our merc contract now. We all have mechs. We use our contract to search for a contract that we can do and do it. Duh.
Well,
Yeah. Though that
True.
sounds like the best plan ever.
at the very least, I'm gonna spend some time repairing the
Sergey
Everest.
smiles.
I'd very much like to get Dead Winter repaired.
I
Do that though.
need a drink.
fuck. Yeah. We'll find us some decent fucking vodka as well.
Duh.
Did it?
Very good.
Well, now
Let's
that we
continue.
have printers on the ship again, we'll be able to print some.
Nah, it's not the same. It has to be brewed. Not the same.
What do you mean brewed?
Brewed. I got a keg.
You got a what?
What? What? What are you saying? No. No, you've never. No. Sergey.
I
Sergey, you
just
disappoint me.
just blank looking at him.
You disappoint me, Sergey. Come on, let's find you some proper beer. Come on.
No, I know what beer is. You
No,
don't-
proper. Proper.
But you don't brew vodka. You print vodka.
You're a special little man.
You can brew beer. You can't brew vodka.
You're a special little man. I love you. Come on.
Unpleasant.
I know. I know. I know you are.
And with that, we close the session. The screen shutting to black as you drag Sergey off in search of an actual bar to get a drink.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, pretty nice.
Bit of a shorter session this week, guys. I'm sorry about that.
That's
It's
fine.
alright. I keep trying saying it as my character. I am lost. Unless there's like anybody interested in Horatio. No.
yeah,
As Eric, so what are we doing?
we'll probably start next week with a list of mercenary contracts, which you guys will choose to accept one of, I assume, if not multiple. And we'll go from there. How does that sound?
Yeah, well,
That sounds great. If you want to make it easier for yourself, you could also just post like a selection of mercenary contracts in the chat, and we could vote on which one we want to do. You could just write that single one. if you want to do that as well.
Yeah, sure, I could do that.
Pussy.
Makes sense too.
Mhm.
If
Let's
you
get
look in the
this.
handouts on Roll20, you will see one for
Huh.
the mercenary company,
Ooh.
including your current status of stuff. You should all be able to edit that with anything I've missed.
Fucking
the ship
awesome.
basic.
Yes. I love that shit. Hell yeah. 156 cryopods?
It's a cryo ship.
Okay.
It's a
We're
big
traveling on
fucking,
a fridge.
big fucking fridge.
Do we have an image for what it looks like? We'll figure it out there. Anyway, I'm stopping the recording now.